first down. Edmonds. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Third down, they run with Edmonds. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Taken down at the 10.
They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
First down, Jaguars.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. First down, Edmonds. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Jaguars 14, Titans 7.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches, 3 tight ends. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. On 3rd down, Edmonds. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chase Edmonds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Titans 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On second down, here's Tannehill. He's got Smith here. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that when, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1 yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys and trying to wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3 yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, It's Henry. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Henry, the ball carrier.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. The open man is Smith. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
He's brought down.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now, standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
39-yard line.
Make it do it again, baby. Make it do it again.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Kaepernick. And he'll let this one go deep for... It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And the Jaguar first down.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Titans 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
To throw, Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Chase Edmonds, the ball carrier.
Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
49-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
Jaguars.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
Jaguars 35, Titans 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. start again with Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. He'll air this one out deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
At the 41-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. Fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. This from 54 yards away.
54-yard attempt.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road to be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
47.
A gain of 3, second down.
Pickup.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down, Jacksonville.
On first down, Kaepernick. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Man up, deep. Man up, deep. Move. Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Running left, here's Edmonds. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
He was covered by...
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Kaepernick now on 1st down. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No
Well,
gain.
Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
Yeah, you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Edmonds, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run with Edmonds again. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Jaguars.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Edmonds. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
The ball carrier.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Kaepernick. And the catch good. It's Eifert. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But it brings
whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Lambo is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. And he'll let this one go deep. Now the defense loses it. It's complete.
Look at Lauren, baby.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
At the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Tannehill now to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
46-yard line.
Tannehill on 1st down. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here.